Hi guys, I know I was just live this morning at 9:30 a.m. PST, and here I am again live with my sister on the other side of the world. Let's go ahead and start the show.
Welcome to Level Up Academy podcast, where we explore the diverse set of skills that can be applied across various industries and professions. Each episode will deep dive into the world of transferable skills, discussing topics like communication, problem solving, critical thinking, and more. Join us as we speak with experts in different fields and share stories of individuals who have successfully transferred their skills from one industry to another. Whether you're a recent grad, a mid-career professional, or someone looking to make a career change, this podcast is for you. So sit back, relax, and let's discover how you can leverage your existing skills to excel in any industry. Welcome to Level Up Academy podcast. This is your host, Dr. Leland, a serial educator, an opportunities designer, and a compassionate leader. Are you a curious student, eager to learn new skills and make your mark in the world? Or are you a professional seeking to advance your career and unlock your full potential? You need to be equipped with effective soft skills like communication, problem solving, teamwork, and more. The Level Up Academy by Doc Leland bridges the gap between education and employment through transferable skills training. Get the soft skills you need to be more effective at work.
Hi guys, it's me again. I want to make sure that you are going to see some information tonight, and hopefully you're seeing this on my end. For those of us who are on the daytime or afternoon time, like Australia or Kuala Lumpur or Hong Kong, Philippines, this is for you in terms of getting to know me and my podcast. It is a level up, and it says higher education edition because I have started in the higher ed community. But for me to level up the world, literally level up the world in 6 continents and 70 nations and countries, I need to engage everyone and anyone in the world who wants to level up themselves, whether it's through mental health, whether it's to educate themselves on the way business and culture are differences between each region or each country or each state, language barrier, all those types of conversation, being international student, all kinds of things that you need to know to level up. It is discussed in this podcast. Now, this is my website, Lua by docleland.com. That is spelled Lua. Lua is Level Up Academy by Doc Leland, BYDOCLEYLAND.com. You can also find me on YouTube, and under live, you will always see ahead of who's going to be on my live show. Usually about Tuesday, you will find out who's going to be in the live for the week. And I usually only have 2 lives, Wednesdays and Thursdays. So Tuesday is reserved for my international connections here on LinkedIn, right? I am listed in the LA Weekly magazine for top 10 podcasts to listen to for 2023. Also at Shoutout DFW, babyboomer.org. I am an expert, and all of my podcast audio also goes there on that show. I am on FeedSpot. I am on all of these distribution channels as well. So all of your messages, if you are on my podcast, will be disseminated there. As far as my book, I have my first one, which is The Values, Leadership, and Culture of Executive Women in the Philippines and the United States. And that's actually my dissertation. So if you want any type of technical information, if there is a difference between hiring someone from the Philippines and the US in terms of culture, check that book. It is on Amazon. This one is my second book. It is also on Amazon. And of course, our third book with Mr. Lee, 2 Cents on Self-Love, along with 29 other authors other than me, we hit over the weekend of #1 international best-selling author on Amazon. So woot woot to us. And our publisher is Mr. Lee Reston, in case you are wondering who our publisher is. And this this is made by our sister Nicole. Most, if not all, of our memes in terms of the books and things like that is created by our sis Nicole. Okay, she's a graphic artist. She also does her own, she has her own business. She's a solopreneur, right? And this is Nicole, the gifted bipolar writer. If you are not connected with her, please connect. I also wanted to tell you that we are partner up on 50 Inspirational Connections. Comes out every Friday at 12 p.m. PST. So for those Australian friends who actually entered to our project, I have a surprise for you. Watch for your email, by the way. I haven't told you yet, but there's some surprises in there, and I think you'll be really amazed by what surprises will be for you in store. But this coming up, there's going to be people who I tag is going to be on there. We started the audio room for 50 Inspirational, but moving forward, it's going to be Nick's room, okay? Nick, she created this Never in Control. Now, she will tell you who is her co-host on Sunday. She wants everyone to be in her show on Audio Room. It's Sunday at 7 a.m. PST. All right, so I invite you guys, come join us on our conversation. I also want to highlight Christine if you need any type of educational support from K to 12. She's been a teacher for 30 years. You can't beat that, right? Experiences alone on how to take care of you. Children in the classroom, K to 12. You can definitely ask Christine for those questions. And if you're not connected with her, please do. Susanna Dawn, she's a consultant. She's a storyteller. She's a speaker. And she's also an author. She's one of our co-authors. All of these ladies are co-authors and #1 best-selling international, right? All of my sisters. Now, if you need books, doodle, painting, our sister Natalie, who's working tirelessly right now for another project that she's working on. If you're not connected with her, please connect. My class coming up on August 1st. This class, by the way, is specific for those of you who want to level up yourself in terms of if you own a business and you want to have lead generation or you want to involve your customers, you want to talk to your customers. I'm telling you, this class is going to be so exciting. It's project-based. It's not a theory class. By the end of the 30 days that you're in with me, you'll have your own podcast. You'll have your own live stream. There's a difference, by the way. What we're doing right now is live stream. The podcast room is more audio. I will teach you how to get there so that you could also be in 70 nations, even more countries. There's 193 of them listed, okay? Maybe even 197. Also, I will teach you how to optimize your LinkedIn page and also create a business page if you have a business, right? And I also will teach you how you can leverage all this information so that you can disseminate all your info all at once so you don't waste your time and then do your content in a way that you can be refreshed using YouTube and things like that. And I also will teach you all the tools of the trade that I use to get me up in there in 12 months. I haven't been doing this in a long time, but within 12 months, I was able to capture within 70 nations and countries and be listed, okay? So that is what I'm gonna do. And if you just want to know what's going on with CJ, just go to sleekbio.com/Lua, that's our Level Up Academy, and you will literally figure out what I'm about. And if you want to have a coffee chat with me, calendar is also there. And tomorrow, Hounds of Business, and Mike's probably already sleeping, but this is the link, okay, for StreamYard tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Okay, guys? And then, Sizzling Summer, Purple Tongue. It's going to be Soaring Profits, Brilliant Bee Media, Rocky's Corner, and myself, July 27th. Watch us as we eat the hottest sauce ever. But anyway, if you want to join the fun, that's the link to get your own hot sauce, guys. So join us. And then I have a surprise for you in a minute. 2 surprises. One is I invited my oldest daughter to perform for us to stay youthful live show today and entertaining us, right? This is called Idiotainment. But this is my sister from Kuala Lumpur. I'm not sure if she's home now. I think she is home now. But check her out. Isn't she beautiful? Right? She's so pretty inside and out. She's kind. She's loving. She's a mom like me, right? This was her 30 years ago. Just picture that in your head. 30 years ago, what were you doing? Were you running around somewhere, maybe having kids, going to college? What were you doing? This is her 30 years ago. Yeah, this is her now. This is her kids. And you're like, what is her secret? She's going to tell us today about her business and how she transformed herself, right? From this to this. But before I do that, I'm going to invite you to have my daughter, Angelina. She's going to come here and perform for us. So let's go ahead and see. I'm going to have to turn off. She asked me to turn off the screen.
It's going to mess up the background. It's going to mess up my face.
Oh,
I look like an alien.
You're going to see my mask. Okay,
Hello.
come on, sit down.
Hello to the masses.
Oh.
It's very nice to be on here. Something about staying youthful. All right. So I've been asked.
Tell your name first.
My name is Angelina. As an artist, I go by Angelina Zarola. And I've been asked to play a little song for the podcast. Here, I might need to.
You okay?
These are getting in the way of my strap is all.
I don't think so.
They were. But, you know, I'm just such a klutz that
we could do this.
It wouldn't matter in the first place. All right.
You're good?
Yeah.
All right.
I would think so.
Live show, guys. Live show. We improvise.
I'm great at improvising. All right. The song that I have prepared for today is called Black Cat. It is an original, and I'm glad I get to play it for you all.
So, Young's here. Go ahead.
Aiden. Hi, Aiden. All right. Here it is. The man in the road, and did I catch your name? You look real lost, little girl. Perhaps you'd like to play my game. The players may be different, but the game remains the same. Don't go walking beneath the crooked moon. The black cat down in Motel 5 may follow you. Don't go walking beneath the crooked moon. The black cat down in Motel 5 may follow you. I'm just a man in the world. I just want to jive. I'll be a thankless polygram. Now they want me as therefore reliable. The players may be different, but the game remains the same. Don't go walking beneath the crooked moon, and the black cat down in Motel 5 follows you. Don't go walking beneath the crooked moon. The black cat down in Motel 5 may follow you.
Thank you, babe. Thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
Here, want to give me my...
No, I think I'll keep these forever. Here, you are.
Well, thank you for being here, right? Having you in here entertain my people.
Staying youthful is
Nice
about
hair.
interacting with the youth, you know.
Youth,
Something
right?
or other.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I love you.
I love you too, but only because I have to say that.
Oh my God. I didn't pay her. I swear I didn't pay her. All right. Well, I have a show, so we're going to go ahead and bring my people
I
here.
want to answer.
What?
How do you pronounce that last name?
Which one?
This last one here that is asking.
Bruce?
Yeah.
Carnohan, the guy in the blue shirt.
It is an original song that I wrote.
Yeah, she writes her own original song. She's also on Spotify, by the way, if you guys wanted to check her out.
Something like that.
Bye, babes. Bye. See ya. She's getting deleted because we have to do and stick to our show. Are you guys ready to see my sister? 30 years and now, like, whoa, what magic did you drink, sister? I want to know. How are you, sister?
Hi, how's everybody? Okay, thank you for your daughters. The song Black Cats. And just now she say about one thing, being youthful is to stay with those young people, right? She say that?
Yeah.
I always say that, one of the way to stay youthful is to mix around with more young people so that I can average down my age.
I know my daughters, I think, posted me on their Instagram story about like happy birthday, mom, and they're like, you guys look alike like your mom, and they're like, well, we hope so because she's our mother, like, you know what I mean? So funny. I'm like, oh wow, I still look young, thanks. You know what I mean? Like, that's so amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here. Our brother Timothy says great riffs on the guitar, Angelina. Tim
Yeah.
is down under, by the way. He's an amazing brother. For sure. Amber, you're still up, sister. Amber is here. It sounded so much of what I listen to. Yes, she does a lot of blues and she loves making music. Like, what is your genre again?
Blues, rock, soft. I like rock and roll a lot.
Rock and roll, apparently.
Oh, rock and roll.
Yeah.
Big team can dance that, right?
Yeah. With her sequins. That's what a big team can do. Good.
Yeah.
Drum roll. Well, let's go ahead and start with you. Think back. Well, I can't do 20 because that was 30 years ago. Like, tell me your timeline, how your life changes.
Wow, 20 years ago. All right. Okay, I think everyone have a good life journey. It's just that how do we see our life journey, right? If you just say that 20 years ago, okay, I was, I think just like everybody that I have my education in Singapore. And then I finished my education. Then I went to the employment world. And I have been in employment for 14 years. And I have changed 7 jobs. Is it good?
Wow.
Every 2 years, I changed 1 job. I have my working life in Singapore for 6 years, and I just back. I just been there for a few days, and I changed 5 jobs at that time.
Wow.
And then I back to Malaysia, and continue for my employments. Basically, that's my employment life, and but I think that that time, right, life is just normal for me. So I thought that having an education is to get a good job, But life sometimes just change and arrange the way you want to be. And then after that, I pop into financial planning careers, and someone told me about investment. So I got it very interested, and to know that it's good to do our own financial planning. Even though today I have been into this business for being youthful, but I think the most important is having financial education in place. How can we actually build our future? How do we plan our financial planning? I think that is very important. So I have become so-called entrepreneurs myself, having own agency to begin a financial planning career for 10 years. 10 years. So have never thought that I will actually switch a platform. So it's also having good life for being a financial planner. But sometimes, why I brought me to this, so it's just like having the desire of want to look good. that is the starting point. But I think having staying youthful, right? I think is the ultimate. I think it's a goal for everybody. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I think so. Like even me, I always tell them like I have one body. I think what's happening with society is we have this struggle, right? We want to stay youthful, but then we don't want to tell people because then they're like, "Oh my God, you're so vain. You only focus on yourself," right? But then you tell other people like, "Oh my God, you should totally do self-love and take care of yourself." But when we take care of ourselves, "Oh my God, you're so vain." Like all this confusing messages that we
Yeah.
get
Yes.
today. It's our body, it's our life, whether we want to do whatever. It's our life. We're not hurting you. We're not even asking you to do GoFundMe to whatever. You know what I mean? Like we're doing it alone. But I'm so interested. When you showed me your pictures, I was like, that's you? 30 years ago. You're like, yep,
When
that's
I
you.
look at this picture, I was accidentally found it in a drawer. So when I pick it, oh my God, is this me? Is this
Yeah.
me? The picture was taken in 1993, I said, wow, that was long time ago. But I really forgot how I looked like last time. But luckily we have still some pictures, right, to show the old generation. Those pictures we need to develop, from the films. So when I take back this photo, right, I'm just being grateful that I have, embarked into a journey that I have really found, the how can I keep myself for staying youthful. So just now you talk about self love, right? I think being staying youthful is a form of self love, right? People always confused about is it selfish or self love, But I always say that if you love yourself, then only you can love others. I think that's important, right?
Yeah, I think there's a difference between being selfless and self love and selfish, right? I think
Yeah,
as a mother, we're always going to be selfless. We're always putting things first, not in ourselves. It's always our children. And I think part of that, and me included, I think we also neglect our spouse, our husband, because we're so focused on the children, right? And they feel
yeah,
left out. Part of
yeah.
it, but it's like instead of feeling left out, why don't you help me so you're part of the whole circle and the dynamic, and I don't look so exhausted with dark
Yeah,
circle trying to feed a baby every 2 hours. Hello.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
be part of the process that we don't have an issue. But I think that is another problem is like, as moms, I think we're very selfless. We give our people first before ourselves, and that's what we do. We gain weight, we don't take care of ourselves, we look like, not ourselves from when we were 30 years ago, right?
yeah.
It's just how that, and then self-love is now we're taking care of ourselves, and being youthful is part of that. But I'm super interested how you manage to do youthful and business with investment. Let's talk about that a little bit more. Can you explore and expand on that a little bit more?
Okay. First of all, I should say, being youthful, I think is part of everybody want to do that. So I have never actually thought that, it can become a business. It was many years ago, 15 years ago, I met a mentor and start to share with me about why not you help people and build this business global with wonderful products. Then it started to prompt me to think about what kind of platform I'm in today. How can I actually build a business? Okay. And having in mind or financial planning in my mind, and I know for sure that I need to build a business that can actually allow me to build a long-term uh, I should say probably call leverage income or call it as passive income. Because when I write on this platform, first of all, the products have helped me a lot. And I believe that everybody deserves to be better. That's why I always say that, do you know that you can discover the best you if you know about the secret of living young with the technology? So everybody can discover the best you. And with these wonderful products, right? And everybody just have to take care of themselves, right? So and sharing is sharing the good products to help people is the way that we go. And to help people, is the way that we do the business. And I realized that, right, why not something good for us, right? Why not we share? So this is a giving business. Why not we share? But I didn't realize that by sharing, like, I can actually build, franchise globally, with this platform, and leverage on the company's products. And is a leadership business, and then we can actually build an online beauty and wellness franchise through this platform. So coming from that financial planning, I always think that how can I help people more? They can actually plan their own future and understand that many people, probably majority people, are in actually employments. So a form of income that under employment is called active, right? It's called active. And we know for sure that, planning for future, especially when you have a family and planning for kids' education, planning for your own retirement is probably is not so valuable if you do not, if you just based on employment work, so that we always see that when people come for retirement, right? Retirement is just a word, but how can you retire, with good life? I think that is important, right? So, and then we know for sure that employment probably not going to engage you for a long time, right? How can we actually make ourselves, prepare for the future? So I find that this platform, right, it allowed me to help people more instead of just my financial services to fit part of their plans. But I know that for sure is based on their own money. There's the available fund can do so much. They can do so much. Even though I can plan a good plan for you, but how much fund that you can allow for yourself for investment, right? So that is very limited for every individual. I find that. But when I come to this platform, right, I realized that, not just the product help people to stay youthful, but I realized that how can I have this platform, not just to get people to stay youthful, but they can also have a way to build a business uh, at their own time, at their own time, and leverage on this global big affiliate platform. I can't hear you.
Of course you can hear me. I'm muting myself. My bulldog is
Okay.
here. I'm
All right.
snoring, and I was like, oh, I gotta mute myself. I wanted to actually talk about what Cooper is saying, because we in America right now is feeling steep financial crisis, right? Our debt ceiling has gone bonkers. It has really gone up. And then he talks about a bear market. So I don't know if you guys are aware what a bear market is. It's basically a market where it's just long period of declining prices, and investors pessimistic thought of like, it's never going to go anywhere, right? And it's essential to recognize that market cycle, okay? The natural part of the economic landscape present both challenges and opportunities, but it really depends on what opportunities you're looking at. Market is always going to go up and down. I mean, look at when we had COVID. Everyone had a panic attack, literally, including myself,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Because our investment were like, oh my god, and technology went
Yeah.
booming. They were
Yeah.
hiring, everyone's staying at home. And then when COVID dies down, I mean, you see Meta just letting go 13,000 employees. Okay,
Yes,
I'm
there
like,
are
why
many
did you not think about this? It's
retrenchment is
crazy.
happening.
Yeah, no. So for me, I think the opportunity is you have to be an advocate for yourself. We can tell you all day long you have to invest in this and this and this. I don't care if you're the financial planner for the most expensive hotelier out there. Is that at the end of the day it's your money. So you need to know where your money is going, but you can't put all your eggs, I should say, in one basket. Think about Warren Buffett, okay? He owns little things, big things, and everything,
Yeah.
because that's how you grow your money. But
Yes.
also, we're not Warren Buffett. We're not going to be able to afford a stock A, by the way, because I used to work for Geico, for $35,000 or $45,000 per stock. It's just not
Right.
happening, right?
Right.
And so, what you're proposing is a product that is already provided. How long has your organization been in business?
Since 1984.
1984, and it's still going. Okay, we're talking
Yes.
about sneakers, been here 100 years and it's almost gone already. This company is not going anywhere. It's because it's the R&D, research and development, is so strong, right?
Yes. Yes.
By the way, guys, I don't even belong to this company, and I'm thinking of going for it because A, it has beauty products. I mean, who doesn't want to look pretty? Okay, I'm a little vain. I'm just saying. I just had a birthday,
You know,
so
people want to, and then most important, how can we have, look good, look young, right? But it's safe. I think that's important. Safe,
Yeah.
all right? Safe
Um,
for our
I'm
health.
so scared of injections. Like I'm starting to have like little whatever this thing is in cold in here, and I always joke around. I'm like, yeah, I'm closer to 50 than my 30s, guys. I'm closer to 50 than my 30s, so I'm gonna need whatever machine Berlin is selling. I'm buying.
But
Rather
you're looking pretty good,
white.
okay?
Oh my God, look at he's like self
You
love
know
is.
this someone Cooper Gates, right? Is asking about the questions. Do you have that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Cooper was having
Anyway,
that question.
this is a very interesting questions. Everybody knows that. I think everybody knows that we should buy during bear market, right? Buy low, sell high, right? Buy low, sell high is a strategy,
Yep.
but can you predict how long is going to be the recessions? And can you have the cash to sustain, hold on for so long to wait for the periods? I think that's important. Is talking about the cash, cash flow. Do we have the cash flow that we can go in for long term? And we know that right now, if it's bear market, right? And can we sustain? How long will be the bear market? Can your money still holding that? Can you have the holding power to wait until when the market is turned around? So that is what always about investment. It's always not about when is the right time. Bear market is always the right time, but it's just that can
Yeah.
you do that? What if it's will you be okay? What if you go down some more?
Yeah.
Right? Do you have the money to leverage again?
Yeah, it's just a matter of a question of are you able to hunker down even though you lose money
Yeah.
knowing, but you have to be
So
smart.
that's why the asset allocation of our money is important.
You got to look in the past. Is this thing, the stock that I'm actually investing in, has gone really high in the past, and because of the economic turmoil right now, and the war going on, and the cyber attacks going on, and all this other things going on, making the market a little shaky, but in the past are really good. Can I sustain this for how long? Who knows?
Who
We didn't
knows? And
even
then
know.
there are many big company have infected because of the COVID attack, right? And used to be a very good company, but it's also nobody can predict that. So same thing is like for investment, right? Is that how it's all about individual, about your asset allocation? Can you do that? And you have a short term, long term planning, right?
I just want to shout out my brother from Nigeria. What's up, Olo? I missed you.
Oh yeah.
Like, what's up? I don't know what time it is in Nigeria, but all the love and feels, brother. So let's talk about your company a little bit,
Yep.
and
Yep.
how did you go from 30 years ago looking that and then now? I'm so interested. Okay, stop putting me on this seat on edge right now. My dog's looking at me all weird. But like, just tell me, how did you do that?
Okay, maybe I just share a little bit, share briefly about this so that everyone, if want to know, they can look up for more. Okay, so I have been a happy consumer before I joined the business for 7 years, all right? 7 years. So plus right now, I already in this business for 15 years. So that means I have been using the product for more than 20 years, right? From now.
No
Okay,
wonder you look so
so
young.
uh, I think first thing is about fundamental of the company of the mission is important. Okay, I always feel very proud talking about missions about the company is that is always aligned to good goal is that everybody can discover their best, and we are here to provide products, right? Is actually all the goods, none of the bad. It means you can't find any harmful ingredients. Okay, and we think that everybody deserves to use the good products. Okay, I believe because of that great mission that attracted this technology that is coming to our company, and also the second mission is about everybody can have a better life. They can actually venture into the business opportunity. All right. Okay. So talking about myself, right? It's actually go all the way into I think it's year about 2009. Okay, that is the time they started that we have. Before this era, the product is also pretty good to helping us, right? But in 2009, we've had the products that have a new breakthrough in anti-aging, and we can actually go all the way into our gene expression. Okay, so it was actually started for a monkey study. Okay, monkey study. If you have the picture later, you can show. I was very curious about what is this technology about. Is we named this technology as age lock, but it was actually started from a monkey study about calorie restriction. Okay, I believe that you know that if we can eat less, right, we tend to be getting healthier and younger. You know that concept, right?
Yep.
Eating less, all right. So before my company get involved in developing products, it was actually a study in US by a company called LifeGen. They want to do an experiment to prove, is it really true, if we can subject to a longer period of calorie restriction, we can actually live younger, healthier, you know. So what they do, right, in 1989, they actually took monkey for experiments, monkeys. Okay, 76 monkey for experiments. Because monkey is very similar to humans, right? Our genes. So what they do with the monkey, they divide it into two group. One of the group, right? They don't control their food intake, but another group, right? They control them by reduce 30%. Okay, and consistently for 20 years. 20
Wow.
years. All right. And after 20 years, they see this amazing difference of the two group of monkeys. Uh, Concern, you have the picture want to show? Are you
Yeah,
able to? Yeah.
I'm trying to find that because I kind of close it.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So, there's a big difference between the two group of the monkeys. The one that's subject to calorie restriction by reducing food for 30%, and the one with the normal eating. Okay, and something is happening in the body, what have made them have this a big change. All right, so maybe our audience today can take a look at this picture. Okay, you can see that these two, A and B, C and D, they are same age, they are in the same age, 28 years old. Okay, they came in for experiment on this project at 8.5 years old, and this is the 28 after 20 years. This is 28 years old monkey. Can you see their big difference?
Wow.
Huge difference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And thankful this company have this technology. They have these gene chips. They are able to see what is happening to the monkey. Okay, and at their genetic level, at the genes level, and they find that these two group of monkey have different gene expression profile. So they are actually on the reverse. This is about the science. Okay, so in 2009, they concluded this study. In fact, we can actually Google about this monkey study, and it's already been featured in CNN. And they proved that after 20 years with this way of doing right, is actually staying youthful and healthy. But the question is, how can we do that for that long? Right, which is not possible for that period. Okay, so what caught my company into this project? Basically, is also a very personal reason. It's because our chief scientist have been through, the his own father had been sick for 6 years, and he see his father is suffering. Same thing as my dad as well. My dad got a cancer many years ago. I've been through that period as well. But as an ordinary people, non-medical, what can we do? We can just send him for treatment, but seeing him suffer. And I also tell myself that if we don't take care, right, it's going to also not ourselves suffer, the family also will be involved. Okay, so what happened, right? And of this our scientists, seeing that journey of his own daddy, and make him see there's opportunity here for us, because the result is already been out, right? The young one and the old one, right? So, but the most important is that how can we invent something? Okay, even we are not able to do that calorie restriction for a long time, but can we develop something from natural ingredients that's safe for us, and to develop into beauty products that we can use on our skin, and we can develop, the natural ingredients into the good supplements for us, so that we can actually take it, so that we are able to do this, so with the beauty products and the supplements, right, we are able to have the chance to also reset our gene expressions.
That's
So that's
actually good.
yeah.
But here's my thing. There's a lot of agencies out there like PETA. I could see them really getting upset having to use monkeys or any type of animals to go through this type of scrutiny for that long amount of time just so we could have an answer for youthful products, right? Now, are these animals who actually suffered, the ones that you see that have a difference in terms of like age, were they just injected with something else, or were they like aged just the way they are and the other one is more with the products that they thought would be
No,
beneficial?
the difference between these two, right, is that one is that they are just it's just a normal monkey that eat as per what they like, but
Mm.
another group was in a control. That means they eat lesser. The only thing they do is that they eat less,
Oh,
reduce 30%. You know, reduce 30%.
wow, that's
And
actually
that's what they do. But of course, this is also a way of living young as well. Okay, I come across one book lately by a professor in Harvard. Talk about the book is a very famous book called Lifespan. All right, they also talk about this thing about calorie restriction. It's also talk about the monkey study as well. All right, but it's just that is that how we can actually live younger. Okay, the difference is that right now my company have actually invented something with this same basis of the science that we know for sure that what if I can't do, for me is that how can I do calorie restriction for such a long time? Okay, it's already been too late, so those people that started during their very young age, then you can see that when they are old they are very different, right? But now I find that we have this technology, we are able to link up the bridge. Okay, link up the bridge, so after all we need to stay youthful is that what do you want to use, right? Okay, but this is what we have, that we are having the products that can actually reset our gene expressions, you know
okay. Well, now my question is, since our title is about staying youthful and provide a business for your family,
yeah,
what would your recommendation? I think what you did is you went from being a consumer first, you bought the
yeah,
product
right.
to see if it works for you, because sometimes it might work for other people but not for you. And I think that's what I'm going to do is I did tell you, I'm like, hey, I need to lose weight. I definitely need this little whatever gobble gobble. Like, let's be honest about it. I remember here anyway, and this extra fat. And literally, people are like, no, you need that fat because you stay youthful. I'm like, you can stay youthful and take my fat away if you'd like. But I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to try it and, buy the product first and see how that works. Because I pretty much tried, I wouldn't say all, but most of beauty products out there, including machines and things like that. I just don't do injections because I'm so scared of, I get anxiety from injections. I
Yeah,
was going to be a medical doctor and I saw the needles and the blood and I fainted. And my teacher's like, be a doctor, CJ, sorry. And I'm like, oh,
but
okay.
I have to think about, what is the side effect going to be when you are aging, once
Yeah.
those people they put on, but once you get old, and how is it going to be if long time into your own skin.
Yeah. And I
So that,
can't wait.
that is something quite
So
scary, I think.
I think for this product and this, can you actually talk about who your company is or no?
Sure.
Company.
It's new skin.
Okay. How do you spell that?
NUSKIN.
NUSKIN. In case you guys are wondering, who New Skin is, go ahead and check them out just to see
Yeah,
for
go
yourself.
ahead and check them out.
Yeah.
We are
And
listed
yeah,
in New York Stock Exchange as well in 1996. We are a public listed company in New York Stock Exchange.
yeah. And like I said, if you have any questions, you can always ask for Lynn. She has her own information. You've been in business, what, 20 years now with this company?
15 years, right?
15 years. Okay. And then you've been a consumer for how long with this company?
7 years.
7 years. And in 7 years, you have seen a definite difference, right?
Definitely, but it just that have not brought me into seeing the business at the time. So I believe this platform, right? If we want to venture into something, right, we have to also think to see is that, but is it worthwhile for me to spend my time, right? How is this company going to last long, and is it trustworthy? This is what I'm looking at, I don't want to put in a platform that, wasted my time. And especially talking about products, right, to share with people. I want to be sure, is it safe? Is it effective? And can this really help people? So by understanding more myself, and also have been using for a long time, and and I think it's I'm having that mission is that everybody deserves to be better. How can I help more with this wonderful products with the technology?
Well, I mean, they have lots of awards here too. Age Lock, Lumi Spa, AP24 Whitening, Beauty
Yes,
Focus.
there are a range of the product from head to toe. And
Yeah,
the one that I share with you about the age lock is a series of the products with gene expression. We also have many normal products that are used, from head to toe. You need to shower, you need to wash your hair, right? And you need to use the lotion, skincare, right? We have many, many wonderful products.
I
But I
love
think,
this. I
yeah,
love
all
this
the products is actually,
responsibility right here,
yeah,
giving away to funding
yes,
for health and
yeah.
wellness services. I like
I
that
think
a
that
lot.
I think the important is also about the culture of this company, the mission, the force for goods, a company with good hearts.
There's a lot sale in here, sister. This is dangerous for me. Oh no, I didn't see it, honey. I don't know what happened to this thing.
Tim said that he's using HLOC products. Yeah.
And I don't know. My finger did it. It went to shopping. I don't know. Um, wow. Okay, well there you go, guys. There is Timothy, I'm using an age lock product. Ooh, talk to me about
Yeah.
talk to me about that and how you're feeling and when you've used it, and testimony is always a good thing for our friends and family, right? And I love elevating other members and connections in LinkedIn or on LinkedIn, because we get to know you more rather than just text or type or anything, and we get to know your business and what you're all about and what you're passionate about. You're also part of the 50 inspirational connections, which is going to come out soon on your video as well, and
Thank
that's
you.
already, so I know what it is.
I should say that thank you for having this project. Otherwise, I don't think I will spend time to do that video. But when I look back, like I said, not a good, quite a good one to show myself. That is my journey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But I
I'm
think most
leveling.
important is about, how can I, amplify these voices so that people are aware, there's something available better for us.
Yeah, and I love that the people who actually is part of my 50 inspirational connections, the theme is I didn't know what to say. I
Yeah.
thought for so long because I was like, CJ, I don't know what to say. And the video some went 7 minutes, and I'm like, dude, you do not listen very well. I said 5 minutes. And they're like, well, just edit me somewhere in there. And I'm like, no, I'm all about authenticity. So if you put 7 minutes, that's on you, brother. That just means you didn't listen. It was 5 minutes, okay?
Anyway, I'm a good student. You say less than 5 minutes the most. So when I put, it's only 3.18 minutes, should be fine.
Yeah, and I love it. And I have a surprise for you guys in this project, by the way, whoever is going to be on the 50 inspirational. I just want to take us to the next level, hopefully by the end of this year, with this project. And I'm featured on YouTube. Hopefully it gets scaled up. I'm going to put you on my website as well, because it's hooked up. My website is hooked up to a lot of magazines, so you get more SEO there.
Yeah.
My podcast is hooked up to a lot of stuff, and then I will put you guys also on my summit that's coming up in October. And then most of the people who have not been on this, I'll ask you as well after this project is done on a live, maybe on September. We're gonna go on live 6 at a time. How you guys feel after the project, right? So we're gonna have a lot going on this project for sure moving forward. But before I end this
No,
conversation,
I think I got something to tell you why I decided to do this.
oh,
So
tell me.
I was so scared. What do I want to do? 5 minutes video. But when I look into your YouTube again, second time, I was so touched about the message that say that if you have a mission, you need to appear, you know.
Show up.
Yeah, you need to show up, right? And you need to, so that you can amplify the impact, right? So then I was thinking, yeah, I have a mission. Okay, so I believe that everyone deserves to stay youthful. And I always say that, the first fundamental to get us, on good life, to have many dreams that we want to achieve, right? I think, how can we don't have a good health?
Yeah.
So that's important.
It's
And
your mission. It's your
yeah,
mission
that
to
is
give
my
them
mission.
that legacy. It's your
Yeah.
mission. Yeah.
So I say that the first wealth is our health, right? How can thus that we already have available, how can we help people to build solid on their first wealth first?
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to do say, hey, I like this mission that you talk about, So maybe that's why I say that no matter how, I need to take the courage to do this.
You did. You did a good job, and it's gonna come out soon. Now, before I end this conversation, I can't believe it's already done.
Okay.
Last question: if this is your last day today on this earth, what would be your parting message to your current and future families in terms of living life, legacy, and impact?
Oh, oh. Um, my message will be, always think that, you are on this earth for something. You you have a value. You can do your own impact, and we always must believe that we actually deserve to be better, and we can actually through our own story, and always have the mindset of you can actually discovering the best you, and you can actually bring values to other people.
That's wonderful. Actually, that's wonderful because a lot of people have a lot of things that they want to say, but they're not given the chance to do it. I was one
Yeah,
of those.
I think it's most important is know your own value. I think
Mhm.
that's important. You know, so everyone was created on this world for certain purpose, right? And understand what is your purpose. So when we know that, right, you know that life is very different. It's very meaningful because you know your own value.
That's your message. Your great, 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 great. I need her to end this, right? Oh my
I
god.
want to cry when I talk about this vision.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Stay in
Thank
the
you for
background,
having me.
and I will be there. So don't leave, okay?
All right.
All right. Bye. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, Brother Tim. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. For Lynn is appreciating you. We're going to talk backstage about you. I'm sure of it. Thank you so much for being our number one supporter for our book. We hit number one in Australia because of you. I am sure of it. I am positive of it. So thank you so much for doing that. My message to anyone and everyone who is watching this, either in YouTube or our LinkedIn friends or our Facebook friends, is that you are amazing. You are enough. And whatever you're going through right now, you can't see past through the clouds of emotions and anxiety and overwhelmed. That cloud will pass. You just have to stay strong, right? And stay in the moment. Stop thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow because tomorrow may not come. And you're so worried about tomorrow that you forgot to live today. So I want you guys to show up. Say 3 yeses this week, okay? We got Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Whoever is going to ask you for anything, say yes. And just see where that gets you, okay? Usually, when you say yes, there's opportunities just lurking down the road, and you really don't know what those opportunities are until after the fact. But from my experiences, when I say yes to people, I usually get some type of friendship, collaboration, opportunities, and I truly love hearing all your stories and how passionate you are and how you love what you're doing, and that, or you're still discovering yourself and you don't know what's going on yet, and that is okay. What I want you to bring out today for our episode with Ferlin is that To stay youthful, you have to align yourself in the mind, in the heart, and of course, our body. Okay? So if you need anything, you want questions about new skin, please connect with our sister Ferlin. And our brother Tim apparently is using the product. Let's go ask him how he feels about what's happening with him, right? Because he's our tester at this moment. But other than that, I love you guys for being here. I will see you tomorrow. I have another episode of Level Up Academy, but this one will be about financial education specifically for women. So that is 9:30 a.m. PST. Bye, guys. I will see you tomorrow.